What's up with your boy E Money, Elijah Smalls here. I'm here back with another video, another podcast for you guys. You know, it's always a blessing to see y'all again. It's double trouble right now. Two videos in one day. That's probably what I'm gonna do them later there throughout this channel. But anyways, before we get into things, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you can get notifications from every shout out from every video that I post, and I'll post whatever the comment of the video. So if you can do all those things, I will be very blessed, and I'd love you forever. Thank you. But yeah, let's get into things. So first thing I want to talk about is the Kanye West done. When's the album coming out, and the concert that he wasn't even a part of. Now I know me and you, we all know right now Kanye is the most controversial and probably one of the most weirdest rappers right now. Kanye went from making the best albums in those times to now making the most trash, weirdest albums I've seen from him. An artist like that cannot be wasted. He cannot waste his talent like that. Creating Yeezys. He is a billionaire. That's what we gotta do. We gotta put some respect on that now. That man is a billionaire. But at the same time, you gotta understand, as an artist, growing to be an artist, you have been known as an artist, and you just have been, you lived up to be one of the best artists in the world right now. And to me, I don't think that's true, because to me, you haven't proved to me that you could be the best artist in this generation. I personally would put Drake up there, Lil Baby over there before you, all day, every day. It's just no debate. I feel like Kanye needs to elevate his rap game, his art. I just need to see more from Kanye. And I'm not ashamed of Kanye in either way. I do have respect for Kanye. Personally, to me, before, I just like the old Kanye before. And I know everyone can agree with me on this. The old Kanye is better than the Kanye we are witnessing right now. Okay, next thing I want to get into. I want to get into the Versus battle that happened the other day. It was with, who was it? I'm trying to think of their names, because it's been going all around the social medias: Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. You can name any other social. It's been going around, and I'm still trying to figure out their names. But I watched it. Maybe y'all know what I'm talking about. I watched it. It was nothing interesting. It was nothing that it didn't interest me. I feel like both of those rappers are not heavily known, which is not really getting my interest. They're not persuading me to letting me hear their music more, or to even react to a song that both artists do. And I guess it was Lox versus Dipset. Yeah, Lox versus Dipset. I didn't see nothing interesting from it. And y'all know rappers currently today, old, new. The new ones sound the same. I do agree with some old heads. They do sound the same. But the old rappers, they die down. And it happens. It happens to everybody. It happens to the great rappers and the great artists. They don't get heavily known as well as soon as they grow older, and as soon as they go later in life, they're not going to get heavily known. And that's what happens. You looked at all those other rappers that haven't got heavily known, haven't got properly mentioned, haven't got the proper respect from these new cats. So it's really something that we have to look at from both sides. because both sides need to try to collab with each other more to see if we can compare these cats to the old cats that have started it, that have almost finished it, and we can move on. I want to get to something else. I want to get into the Lakers. Y'all watch basketball. Y'all watch all that. Lakers got Melo, Russ, Dwight. All the other names I don't need to fucking mention. Because that's just too motherfucking much shit. Too much motherfucking information that I don't need to spit out. But yeah. But what the hell is a super team? I just need y'all to enlighten me. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is a super team? I can't go around my head I can't wrap that shit around my head. I can't. Y'all gotta enlighten me more. Here's my definition of a super team. A super team is with more than 2 all-stars team up on one team. If they don't, here's the narrative. They don't win a championship. They're the worst. They're the failed super team, right? Why would you call them a super team if they're now a failed super team? They're still a super team. They still got the all-stars. Why are they a failed super team? If they made it to the conference finals or even the finals, they're still a super team because they made it there. Now, if they got bounced out the first round, I understand. But if they even made it to the finals, now we looked at Brooklyn. People want to look at Brooklyn, saying they lost in the first. They lost in the second round to Milwaukee. Get this. Kyrie was injured. Harden. And KD was out there by himself, basically, because in Game 7 of the second round of the semifinals, okay, I said this before. I said this to everybody. I said that the Bucks were going to win that game because Kevin Durant cannot carry that team all the way to the chip. Okay, without his two all-stars, Kyrie and Harden. And they also were missing a good piece in Jeff Green. Jeff Green is actually a good piece for the Brooklyn Nets, who they just got rid of. So, and they just picked up Patty Mills. But back to the Lakers. Personally, for me, I hate when people always talk about how LeBron needs help. He needs a super team to win, right? This man has been in league for 19 years? And when I'm watching him, right, over the last since he first started, when you were watching him, you saw how much he impacted a team that was the worst team in the league. Took him to the finals so easily. May have lost, may have got swept, but still took him to the finals. I hate the argument that LeBron needs a super team. But you just saw KD with Russ, Harden, and OKC, or with Steph, Clay, and Draymond, or Iggy in Golden State, and now has James Harden and Kyrie in Brooklyn. You can say the fact that LeBron had D Wade and Bosh and Ray Allen, but y'all also don't want to mention the Celtics with Larry Bird. That was a super team. Or the Lakers. That back in the day, that was a super team. There's lots of things that y'all would do to argue the fact just to put down LeBron's legacy. And it's just stupid. It's just the stupidest shit. And it just gets me mad. But at the same time, LeBron's going to get the hate he gets. It doesn't really matter to the people that hate on LeBron, because they have nothing else to do. So they just want to hate on LeBron. And now they're going to hate on Russ, Melo, call them an old squad. But y'all got to understand, that's a veteran age, bro. That's a veteran. Those are veterans on one team with a bunch of rookies around them who are really good pieces coming off the bench or can possibly start. Like THT, Taylor Horton Tucker. He's really good. I had I had really good thoughts about Taylor Horton Tucker. And you know, bro, at the same time, with you when you're with the Lakers, bro, you have to have a championship mentality. Those 17 chips were won for a reason. They had the championship mentality. You had Magic, Kareem, you had Kobe, Shaq, you didn't have LeBron, AD. You have all that championship mentality in that organization, and it has carried here today in 2021. And you just signed free agency. And Rob Pelinka and LeBron got really, really aggressive. I can tell they got really, really aggressive because going after Melo and Russ just to get rid of KCP, Trez, and Kuz. I trade Kuz for a bag of chips. I trade Kuz, hell, I trade Kuz for a bag of Takis. I'll trade Kuz for like fucking what? Root beer? That's just nasty. Like, I get it. I shouldn't be picking on Kuz or bashing on Kuz, but at the same time, you gotta understand, Kuz have not proved himself. I have not seen improvement from Kuzma since the first time I saw him even play. For the last 5 years, I have never watched the Lakers play except when LeBron came on the team. That's the first time I watched Kuzma. I've watched Montrez. I've never watched Kuzma. Cause this nigga can't fucking score, bro. This nigga can't fucking score. And people want to say, oh, but you wanted, oh, but we kept Kuzma. But the Lakers now. The Lakers were smart to get rid of Kuzma. They needed somebody who was going to step up if LeBron, AD were not even hot. They didn't have the hot hand, okay? Because you know LeBron will give AD if he has the hot hand. LeBron wants to be a pass-first point guard at the age of 37 and as a 6'9" small forward. LeBron has played all positions. I'm pretty sure he'll be giving up the hot hand to Anthony Davis, which he's 28 years old, 6'11", almost 7 feet tall, can score, can handle, can play the defense, can play the 5. You know, he can play anything, man. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody to compete with the likes of Kevin Durant and Giannis Antetokounmpo, which he is the Finals MVP, 2 Finals MVPs. You need somebody to play against Steph Curry? He's a sniper. You need somebody right there to guard Steph Curry. Because if you don't have nobody there to guard that's able to control the handling that Steph Curry has in his game, you're not beating the Warriors. You have to be able to make sure you get off the screens when Klay Thompson, you have to make sure you get over to the corner where Klay Thompson can shoot the 3 and make it effortlessly. Draymond Green can play defense. The Lakers were aggressive and they got the pieces to wear teams out in the league. Personally, this season, I'll give it a number 2. I'll give it a number 2 or number 1 seed. In my opinion, that's a defensive team. That's not really a shooting team. That's a defensive team. That's a dog team. Right now, I'm saying they're wiping the Clippers. They're wiping the Suns. That's the only thing I gotta say. They wiping both of them motherfuckers. And at the same time, you know, I want to mention this too, right? People said the Suns have a good season last year, right? And I agree. Devin Booker was a problem. Chris Paul, he was phenomenal. DeAndre Ayton, a good big, but injury bug caught up to one of the best teams in the league. Lakers and Nuggets, or even the Bucks. Or they didn't even beat the Bucks. But, you know, I feel like this was the Suns, this was a lucky season that they got to the finals. Because personally, if the injury bug didn't go around, they would have never made it to the finals, in my opinion. And before Anthony Davis went down, you saw how the Lakers crumbled. Because that's who they needed. Because they already got the draw on LeBron. They already know what LeBron was going to do. They didn't know how to stop Anthony Davis. So the reason why the Suns went to the finals, because Anthony Davis wasn't even playing. He wasn't even playing, bro. Yeah, but at the same time, you know, the league has changed. The league has grown. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. So, you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, let's just hope, you know, let's just hope we see the Lakers and the Nets face off against each other in the finals. Let's also hope to my Boston motherfuckers that the Celtics could be aggressive, because they have not been aggressive. And I knew this was coming, so. Simple Celtics things. They can't do shit right. They're shit. But at the end of the day, it's the Boston Celtics. You know what Brad Stevens ain't gonna do. He ain't gonna be that aggressive. He ain't a good GM. If he was a good GM, he would have been aggressive going after Damian Lillard. He would have went after Kyle Lowry. That's who he should have went after. But hate to see it. Hate to see the fall. But shit, my nigga, that shit fucking sucks. But anyways, shit. But yeah, I also want to get into, you know, the situation with the NFL and how, you know, the vaccinations work and everything. Y'all gotta understand, the government ain't playing about this vaccination shit. Now, I'm fully vaccinated, but at the same time, I'm nervous having this injected into my body, because you don't know what the government is planning. And I've said this time and time again, I don't trust this vaccine. I need them to go deep into what's in the vaccine to make COVID go away. Because this vaccine doesn't work for shit. COVID is it's real fucking thing. And you tell me we're still getting COVID, and then you have a vaccine, you say, oh, it works. Our president or our vice president has not put any deep effort into checking these vaccines. Because people don't know this. People do not know this. Like, how are you still testing positive for COVID-19? That shit spread across other 2019. At the end of 2019, entering January or March of 2020. And you telling me, after when you saw COVID coming, right? They remind you that COVID was coming. You couldn't create a vaccine then? What type of shit is that? See, this government does not think. They don't think. They don't put no critical thinking into this stuff. If you know this shit was serious, it was killing millions of people across the world, you should have been aggressive. And that's all I gotta say. Because that's the truth. That's the truth. This government's corrupt. The system's fucked up. We already know that. But what are you going to do to change COVID? Because I don't want to wear a mask. But I also want the Democrats to also do some deep thinking. Because if you want that support from the American people, if you want to change some Republican voters' minds, you have to put your effort in. You have to put people first. You have to put the safety of the people first. That means fixing police brutality. That means fixing COVID-19. That means fixing tax rate. That means fixing everything that goes into this country. Everything that country was said, that you said that this was the greatest country in the world. You need to put your effort in to make this the greatest country in the world. Because right now it's not. And as a black man living in this country for almost 18 years, I can say it myself. I'm scared. I'm nervous. But people ain't gonna listen to you. But they ain't gonna listen to you and think that, oh, this is fear. This is fear. I feel God only. But at the same time, You gotta understand, people have lives to live, people have goals to catch, and living in 2021 of being nervous of what's next to happen is probably the worst feeling you can ever have as a human being living on planet Earth. And I look at it as, you know, I don't look at it as that simple. It's not that simple to fix a country that's very deep low into the ground. I know it's not to have those full on deep conversations with other countries to get everything fixed, to get everything pulled together. But it also does take another thing. It takes us too. It takes us human beings to help. It always takes jobs, people getting out there, jobs more. COVID rates started to go up again, but people are still out there going to get jobs and everything because people have been running out of money because of the pandemic, and people have been going through lives lost to COVID, which is pretty sad, which is pretty tragic since this virus is taking lives. You know, and then we have lots of world history. We have lots of stuff going on, and we don't know. And personally, for me, I just started using meditation every day, praying to God every day, being close to God, praying that a blessing comes out of my family, my friends, and people close to me, because that's the only thing that matters. Family matters the most when they're always with or without blood, they're family. And you don't want to spread negative energy on everybody. Hell, if you're beefing, if you think you see we're gonna punch in the face, don't. I want you, right? If they see you and y'all start interacting, I want you to keep calm. I want you to try to fix it, because we don't last long on this earth. Time is running out. Time is running out, and we need to start coming together as one. Because right now, looking at how many people died, exclude COVID, due to violence, you know, suicide, mental health is going up crazy. And mental health is really bad. It's real. I was dealing with mental health as well. I deal with social anxiety. And I've told you this in later videos, that I dealt with social anxiety and that how it affected me during school. It affected me a lot during school, and I felt like during school I had so much in front of me, that I had so much opportunities, and I just let that slide away. And you know, it's not because of, you know, laziness, you know, that caught up to me too, but it's also the people around you. The people around you is the most important thing. You gotta want to have people around you that are willing to motivate you, that are willing to succeed with you, that are willing to ride with you to the very end, just so you all can eat. Because that's the only thing that matters. Is your home, you eat, all your homeboys eat, and your family eats, and that everybody in the world eats. Because the man above told us so. And you know, I've been teased, I've been spit on, you know, it's a lot. And you know, just saying this in a video, then posting this shit on YouTube, it's probably the most nerve-wracking fucking thing I've ever been through. And just wanting to do a podcast and create a YouTube is something I thought about since last month. And I don't know if I want to commit to it, because I was like, wait, how far would this take me? And I thought about it, I was like, this could take me far, and I could do lots of things just by posting me and me talking to my family on a platform that's very big in this world. You know, people could say you're doing this for money, but at the same time, you're doing this just to put out a life story, just to get people to look at you in the way that people want to look at you. People want to look at you as an influencer. People want to look at you as an entrepreneur, you know, as this person who has motivated lives and has pushed people to a limit where, oh, I could do this shit too. Oh, I could do this shit too. Now you gotta be real with yourself. You gotta be real with yourself. What you wanna do if you sitting on the porch or you sitting on the curb with, you know, dirty clothes, dirty shoes, all dirtied up. What how do you feel like the person that's wearing those clothes, that's homeless, sitting on the curb, like living in a box, how do you think his mental health is? He probably has mental health going through the struggle. And we have not once mentioned the homeless people sitting on the fucking curb. That's what I want to mention. The homeless people sitting on the fucking curb. Because we have not once mentioned that. And we need to start getting into how the fuck are we going to get those homeless people off the curb and into homes so they can live a healthy lifestyle, so they can be financially healthy and mentally healthy and physically healthy. And I think that it's not like a favor, but it's like asking us humans to help those humans who can't do it themselves. And you know what? It's just like, when I think about it, I feel like I was in that stage. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm about to become homeless. Everyone's about to be better than me. I was like, fuck. You know, I fucking thought about that shit, bro. And I was like, what the fuck? And I had people say that, oh, what are you doing? You're not good at this. You're not good at that. How the fuck do you know if I'm good at anything or not? It's just like, mind your fucking business and do you. Do it for the man above. Because the man above won't like you talking shit to me. He loves when people are kind, are filled with happiness, and all this confidence, self-care. God helps people who helps themselves. And God also loves when people help other people who are suffering. You suffer with them, you suffer now, you enjoy later. And you see people saying, oh, this person did that, he going to hell, he going to hell, he ain't going to heaven, he going to heaven. You gotta understand, bro. Living in this life, you have goals. You have boundaries you want to set. And, you know, just being out, just walking on carpet, walking on floor, hardware floor, walking on grass, you're just lucky to just be walking. You just happy to even look at the screen right now. Because the man above made it happen. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, before I go, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell for post notifications, and to get the latest check on the next video. And yeah, see you guys later. I love y'all. Stay blessed. Do it for the man above, and always remember, God helps people who help themselves. Peace.